Well, I'm just finishing off the early, super early probably, potatoes, and I've got them all down here underneath the grow lights in the greenhouse. Now, they don't strictly speaking need grow lights, but this greenhouse is pretty shaded at this time of year, so I do use the grow lights, and I don't have anything else to use them for, and I won't be using them really until probably April. You know, that's when the tomatoes come in here and the peppers and the cucumbers and all that sort of thing. So they're kind of underutilised during this period of time. So potatoes are kind of ideal because they only need it above frost-free, and this greenhouse is pretty much always frost-free. I do have a heater in here to make sure it is frost-free, but it's hardly ever used. Somebody asked me last year, is it worth it? You know, when you factor in the cost of the compost, the cost of the fertiliser and the cost of the lights to grow your own potatoes early. It's probably not, you know, to be fair. I think I worked out it probably costs about £8 in grow light time, electricity, and probably about £2 in fertiliser. It doesn't cost anything in compost because I'm reusing last year's compost. And actually this is the compost that the peppers were in last year. And when I turned this out here, you know, you could see it was all full of roots, but it breaks down quite nicely into this, you know, reasonable compost. You can reuse it. I just put a sprinkling of bloodfish and bone into it and mix that in there, and I put 2 handfuls of bloodfish and bone into the pot before I start putting them in. So these are foremost, and they're looking, you know, they're looking pretty good actually. I'm quite pleased with them. And yeah, so I'll just show you basically what I do, and I'll just talk you through the sort of logic around what I'm doing here, and then I'll talk about the early potatoes and then the main crop potatoes and all that sort of thing. So we'll go through the year. So I always start my super earlies in the house in pots. I always use an 11cm pot nowadays. Just put about 2 inches of compost in the bottom, and settle the tuber into that, cover it over and put it in the house. I just stick it underneath the desk, and in about 11 days, 10 or 11 days, sounds very precise, they'll break surface, and as soon as they break surface they go under the grow lights. Now that's one of the reasons why I do the super earlies in January, because I've got spare grow light capacity at that time of year and don't have it at any other time of year. So just for a couple of weeks they go under the grow lights, and that gives you a nice stocky plant. You know, otherwise they're really leggy because there's nowhere near enough light in January to have them just under natural light. So when they're about 6 to 8 inches tall, something like that, basically the stage that these are at now, I am potting them on. And as I said, I'm just putting about 4 to 6 inches of compost at the bottom, working some bloodfish and bone into that, and then popping the pots, opening the pots up, and you can see quite a nice little root system on them now. They're well established and ready to really grow on. Pop them in here and then just fill them up. Always like to settle the compost in really well around the edges, because otherwise you find the water all just sort of drains out down the sides of the pots. And I'm trying to get it so that all the potatoes are just showing leaf. It's quite cold in here, as I say, it's only just frost free, and I think that potatoes, they do so much better when they're actively growing. So I want leaf area showing. I've got a leaf area showing on all of these, and they should fly away. I mean, obviously I'm growing early potatoes, so I want them to come as quickly as possible. My main crop, last year's potatoes, are still in the pots that they grew in, and I just harvest a pot a week. And I find that works just really nicely. They keep in the pots well until about the end of March. By that time they're really sprouting, and I can't really get good quality potatoes much beyond the middle, sometimes the end of April. So really, by the time we get to May, I'm looking to start eating these potatoes. I've got 3 different varieties in here. I've got Maris Bard, they'll be ready in right at the beginning of May, sometimes the end of April. And then I've got Foremost, they'll be ready just after that. And then I've got Milia, they'll be ready a couple of weeks after that. And then I've got Vita Noir, they'll basically be ready about the same time as the Milia. The Vita Noir are the purple ones. You can see from the leaf colour here that they're going to be nice and purple. And they're really lovely. They're a second early, so you wouldn't normally grow those as your super early potatoes, but because they're so nice, that's why we sort of prioritise those. So I've got 2 tubs of those, and then I've quite a lot of Vita Noir that I've just potted up and put underneath my desk in the conservatory, and they'll be the next batch that'll go in the polytunnel. So these are the only ones that'll go in the greenhouse. And the polytunnel ones will just have to sort of do the best under fleece, because it'll still be a bit frosty at night in the polytunnel when they go in there, which will be, you know, sort of the middle to the end of March, something like that. For after that, that's the end of me sort of prattling around, doing little pots and potting them on and all that sort of thing, which is a bit of a pain. And I'll just do what everybody else does, which is grow potatoes in pots for my second earlies. And then my main crops, I'll pretty much grow most of those in the ground, although for me, in the ground means really big containers. They're not able, you can't move them. They're about this sort of size. They're pipes that were cut in half, and they're really great for baking potatoes. So basically our potato strategy for this year is that we're really only growing first and second earlies, and then baking potatoes for the rest of the year. And that just reflects the fact that we don't eat as many potatoes as we used to. We really relish those first earlies and second earlies, and then sort of later on in the year, basically when we get to winter, we sort of eat a lot of baking potatoes again. So we want baking potatoes for that period of time. And then really for summer, we don't really eat very many potatoes. So we'll only have a odd tub to get us through summer. We won't need that many. So I think I'm done. I've got a guide in my ebook that talks all about growing potatoes and all these early techniques and all that sort of thing. And I've got a newsletter as well, a weekly newsletter that goes through how I do all of my early crops and late crops and main crop crops. And you can subscribe to that if you want. And you can find that at steverichards.substack.com, and there's a link in the description below. See you soon.